Hello, gorgeous patrons. So listen, me deciding to record a video on the day that Mercury goes direct is probably one of the stupider things I've done in a while. We're going to try my best. This already I'm seeing like malfunctioning and like weird stuff with the computer and the camera. So let's do our best here. All right, I'm going to dive right into it, and I'm just going to go bam, 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 because I'm like, this thing, I'm just afraid it won't work. So, all right, let's do this. We're going to look at Nunes, Devin Nunes, and the, oh, look, he's showing up right here. Let's look at him. This whole investigation. I know he's up to no good, but I'm telling you, and I read for him before, and it still feels the same. There are people behind him telling him what to do. He's not making these decisions on his own at all, period, point blank. Show me Devin Nunes. Is he going to get rid of Mueller? Is he going to discredit the Mueller investigation? You know, okay, so reading on this, I'm looking at Mueller, I'm looking at this whole thing. He still feels secure. He still feels fine to me. He still feels like a dog with a bone. There's a big part of this that feels like they, who's ever trying to discredit this investigation, it's like it gets big, but it doesn't go anywhere. So it's a lot of hot air, but nothing comes to fruition from it. So again, now interestingly enough, it's not just him. There's 3 people in this card, bam. I mean, I know there's 2 other people behind Nunes. I know there's 2 other people telling him what to do. He's, see? I want to say this is the same card that showed up before. I got to go look at the Nunes reading. P.S. You got me straight out of the shower. I literally like jumped in front of the camera. I've got so much going on. Family's coming in, the whole deal. You know the whole deal, but I wasn't going to let you guys down. I was already like, they're not getting the live stream. I got to give them a Q&D. So, but I feel like this guy came up before in that Nunes reading. Secrets again. I'm telling you, I feel like these are the same cards I got in that reading. I'm going to have to go back and look at it. I did it so long ago. So there is definitely somebody behind this. He is trying to just create illusion delusion. I mean, this is the jam. He's trying to make things look less credible than they are. I mean, we know that, but here's the deal. It's showing up in the cards, which I like to see. Does he get anywhere with it? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, he's trying to manipulate the situation for sure, but I don't, it looks like justice prevails here. I don't think he gets anywhere with it. But I'll tell you this, and I've been feeling this, as we start to go into January, it's like the House of Cards falls apart. So remember before I told you guys, Mueller, I just passed him. Got to get my buddy Bob out. You know Bob. Anyway, I told you guys December was going to be just batshit crazy. Just batshit crazy with this American stuff, and sure enough it is. So I bring that up because now I'm going to tell you that January is when you really start to see the House of Cards fall. You really, really do. You're going to start to see the big cracks in the foundation. And it's not just people like us that are like watching, that are kind of in the know, that are going, okay, you know, there's stuff going on here. This is, everybody's going to see this. Everybody's going to see this. I will tell you what though, mainstream media is going to ignore it completely. I feel like they're bought and paid for at this point. They're not, you're not going to see it there. You're going to see it probably Washington Post, probably not New York Times, probably Daily Beast, maybe Vox, something like that. But I think it's more print than it is video, or yeah, I guess we call it video. But this is, you start to see the cracks, and it's like shit just starts to fall down in January. Trust me on this. Okay, and you know you're going to see lots of cuts and stuff. Just, I mean, I need to just take this damn thing into Apple. I just haven't had the time. I guess I have Julia do it, huh? You guys, I'm just musing on my professional life and my technical situation here with you guys. Does Devin Nunes get rid of, well, let's just say, does Nunes and his cronies, I think that'll make it easier for me, get rid of Bob Mueller? No. No. You know, it feels to me like we're a little bit on the edge here. Toes are hanging over the edge, and it's either going to be full-fledged chaos or it's going to be, okay, we're back on track. I want to say it was Marsha that said, are we going to be able to restore democracy? You know, right now, oh God, Mueller. God, I love this man's cards. It feels like it's actually a pretty long road. I think that it happens, but it's a really long, just gnarly road. No, Mueller, this guy. So does Nunes discredit me? Yeah, I know. Listen, the answer is no. Here's Bob. I know somebody said his name is Mueller, but I'm like, that seems weird. I don't know. I got taken to task for calling him Mueller. Somebody's like, no, it's Mueller. It's Mueller. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I'm just going to keep calling him Mueller, even if that's not his name. It's okay. We're friends, Bob and I, so it's fine. But he's still fighting the good fight. And he's got a lot of good stuff behind him. And he's moving. And he's got new stuff coming in. Here we got whistleblower. Now I'm wondering, is this Ivanka? Because I swear to God, this woman, I'm feeling her. It's like with my Theresa May shit. I just keep feeling her. I'm thinking about Ivanka in the damn shower. You know, I'm like cooking dinner. I'm like, Ivanka Trump. So something's going on there. I wonder if she's like, you know what? I keep feeling like she's going to be like, Dad, like, step back. We got to go. Like, I just keep feeling that. But anyways, Mueller going anywhere? No, he's sitting pretty. He's the emperor. I think they're going to give it a shot. I think with the moon consistently showing up here, they're going to give it a damn good shot. But he keeps working. So I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think he's going anywhere for the time being. Somebody wanted to know, let's look at Mitch McConnell. Is he leaving? I almost wonder if he leaves in disgrace. Is Mitch McConnell going for another term? I don't know. I feel like you might end up seeing a real big mass exodus. I kind of wonder if that's kind of the plan here with a lot of these Republicans is a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, it's going to be just rubber stamp and they're just going to fix elections basically from now until the end of time, so they don't care about the people anymore. I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm not sure that's the case. A lot of it seems to be that this is like the last, they're like, we know we got to go. We know we got to go. We're going to smash and grab, and nobody's running for re-election next year, or very few people are actually going to end up running for re-election. McConnell. Well, it looks like he's replaced by a woman. Interesting. Interesting. Eventually the man is replaced by a female. Now that may just be that he's majority, you know, the majority leader's replaced by a female. I don't believe, you know, it's got this guy at the root of the reading, which is somebody walking away. But temperance is here also, which tells me maybe not as soon as we think. So I don't know if he goes next year. I kind of don't think he does. It might be after. I'm not sure it's next year. Oh, his energy is nasty. Yucky. Yeah. I'm trying to kind of feel on him. I'm like, you going to stay or you going to go? It feels like, here's the deal. He thinks he's going to stay. That's what I'm picking up, is he thinks he's going to stay. Whether or not he does is kind of, for me, a little bit in question. The man is, obviously, he's not walking voluntarily. Like, I think you're going to see a lot of these Republicans, a la Paul Ryan, just walk voluntarily. They're going to be like, yeah, well, we did what we came to do. We got to go. Because I think part of them knows that they can't come back from this. They know the Trump thing is going to end. They do. And they know they can't come back from it. I know somebody asked to look at Mnuchin, but I'm going to look at him later. I think I'm going to do a full episode on him. Plus, he's really gross, and it's too close to Christmas, and I'm like, I don't want to read on that motherfucker. Are we going to cut Social Security and Medicare? Yeah, more than likely, yeah. I feel like at this point, this Republican majority, they don't care anymore. They're just going to do whatever they want to do. It's almost like they're living in this weird alternate reality where they don't necessarily see that there are consequences for it. Like they think they're like, yeah, we can get away with this. Yeah, we can do this. People still vote for us. Like, we got it. We got this. Show me, are we cutting Social Security? Are they going to cut Social Security? Yeah, I get a yes. They're going to do something. Okay, so they're going to do something, but I feel like it's largely symbolic. So I don't know if it actually ends up becoming a thing. Look, here it is, Social Security right there, showing up in the cards. And the fight below it, the unstable energy below it. So I'm kind of thinking it hasn't quite been decided yet. Here we have, ooh, interesting. Interesting. We have the tower in the back in the past, which this is the tax bill that, you know, everybody was like, oh God, please, you know, don't, it's a disaster. It's the tower. It is going to hurt so many effing people. What we have, yeah, so, yeah, as far as Social Security goes, interestingly enough, I got these two guys here. So, you know, Ryan usually shows up as King of Swords. Somebody's, I don't believe this is Paul Ryan, but it does feel like a Republican. Maybe it's McCain, but somebody says, yeah, I'm not voting for that. Or somebody says, no, we're not doing that. It may not even ever get to a vote. Right now, they're not going to go there. Right now, they're not going to go there. They're going to look at it. But like I said, it feels like whatever happens, it's largely symbolic. It's not actual. You know what I mean? It doesn't actually get people or affect people. If they're going to cut it or they're going to, you know, they're going to privatize it or whatever it is, I would be seeing different cards here. So right now, it's like we're going to talk about it. We might frighten people with it. But I don't think it ever actually comes to fruition. Not at this time. Maybe later, but not right now. Right now, we're safe and sound. Are they going to cut Medicare? Let's look at that. You know, it's funny. I want to say it was Candace that asked about Diddy buying the Panthers. I saw that too. I saw him tweet that. You know, it's funny. I feel like he's full of shit. I'm like, buy it, Diddy, buy it. But I think he's full of shit. I really do. Oh no, I got something in my eye. Okay. I just completely and full on touched my own eyeball. Show me Medicare cuts. Show me, are they going to cut Medicare? See, I keep getting this yes, but then Medicare feels more yes than Social Security though. So you know, it's really interesting. I did a reading on Jill Stein and Joel Osteen, and quite a few people up till now have been kind of my biggest fans, and oh, you're so right, and you're dead on, and you know, all this stuff. And they must have been big fans of Stein and Osteen, because I was getting emails from quite a few people in comments. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. That, you know, same people that were like, you were so dead on. You're so right. You're so wonderful. And, you know, when you hit somebody that they don't like, you know, then it's fine. But when it's their person, then then you're wrong. I found it to be a really interesting phenomenon. I really did. It was kind of fascinating to me. Okay, so Medicare is showing up here. Medicare, okay. All right, it's showing up here. Now let's see. Oh shit. Okay, so I was right. Medicare they're going to do something to it. Social Security, again, right now, it just feels like hot air. It feels like it doesn't go anywhere. They can't get it to go anywhere. They may get it to go somewhere later. But listen, these were the cards I said when I just said I would be expecting to see different cards if they were going to fuck with it. These are the ones I was expecting. So they're here with Medicare. And look at this, money below, money at the root. These assholes. Yeah, they will cut Medicare. They will cut Medicare. They're going to do something to it, hands down. Sorry about that. I'm not having the most sympathetic delivery today. Sorry about that. Oh well. You know why? It's just because I'm getting a little frazzled because, like I said, I got a lot of people coming over. There are cookies to bake. I got to go blow dry my hair. There's a lot going on here. But I am sympathetic about it, just so you know. I'm just kind of don't really have the emotional bandwidth for it right now, is what it is. Yeah, they're going to cut it. They're going to, yeah, they are. They're going to fuck with it. I mean, and there's money all over the place with this. So this is, I think, where they're going to try to get a lot of money. Ugh, it's ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. So speaking of Jill Stein, let's take a peek at her. Somebody told me when I was reading on her, because I said she didn't feel like she was very bright, and somebody was like, oh, she passed medical school, of course she's smart, this, that, and the other. I mean, there are different ways to be intelligent, and she feels like a fucking dingbat. Not saying she's not book smart, but she feels like a dingbat. So let's look at Stein. Does she give any information to Mueller? I will say this as I get comfy. The collective energy is very low. It's very gnarly right now. Probably a lot of it is Mercury coming back online and Saturn just switched signs into Capricorn. But just collective, it's low. It's really low. So I'm kind of depressed, you know what I mean? Not depressed as in an emotional state, but my energy is depressed just because I'm tapping into that. All right, show me Stein. Does she give any info to Mueller, whatever the fuck. Show me Stein. Now, she's a shady lady. I'm sorry. I know people were fucking pissed off at me. Hell of people telling me I don't know what I'm doing. That it was a bad reading with Stein. It wasn't. She's a shady broad. I can feel it. I'm feeling it. I'm sticking to my guns on this one. Does she give anything up to Mueller? She might, but nothing concrete. No, she's A-okay. I don't think she gives anything up to him. I don't think anything really comes of this. There's no, like, arrest. Do you know what I mean? It's not like Jill Stein gets indicted. I don't see anything really coming for her. I think she kind of gives up whatever she has, which doesn't look like much. I'm not even going to show you the cards because I'm like, eh. But it will show you her last cards. She's sitting pretty security. So she's like, she walks away from it. She's A-okay. Okay, you guys. I feel like the universe is like, bitch, get off this damn video because I have had now numerous interruptions, whether technical or animal, vegetable, mineral. There's been like 5 different interruptions within the whole time period I'm trying to like record these. So, woo. One more thing I want to look at, and 2 more things actually. And then I have this weird stuff that's been kind of cycling through my head that I'm going to lay out for you guys. I just ate so many cookies. I just ate so many cookies. Like, a lot of cookies. I make these peppermint sugar cookies with candy canes in them. Oh, fuck, they're so good. Anyway, so yeah, few things. I want to look at, did Russia actually change the votes? You know, get in the machines and change the votes. I keep getting the sense of a runaway train with all this stuff going on, with the Trump stuff, with even Brexit. There's just this, I keep getting the sense of like, okay, this energy has to play itself out. Like, you can't stop it at this point. You have to finish it to the end now. And that's been kind of really going through especially as we're coming out of this retrograde. I know I don't even know if it's fully out of retrograde yet at all, but the last couple days with the solstice, that's kind of what's been playing out, is just this idea of, look, this energy has to finish itself out. It just has to. I mean, that's what I keep getting over and over and over again is, you know, it's kind of like once you start something in motion, once it's going real good, you can't stop that damn thing, you know? Oh, interesting. This kind of leads me to believe that Lover's card we've been getting for Donald Trump is, in fact, he and Russia in bed together doing the nasty. This to me says, yeah, Russian involvement. Absolutely, hands down. Did they actually do it, though? Like, did they get in there and change numbers around? That I'm not sure about, but I will say that looking at this card spread, because there's more, and it's actually very intriguing. I would say they definitely got involved here. But is this spread really related to the propaganda, to the fake news they were selling, that kind of stuff, or is it really involved with, hey, we got in the computers, we changed your numbers? I think they got in the computers and did stuff. I don't know if they changed actual numbers, but I will say here's the reading, the magician. This is a card of manipulation. So I believe a manipulation took place, yes, hands down. Hands down. Do I want to go as far as to say, because I can't feel it. I can't feel, if something, and I've said this before, if something feels like it's dead on, it feels like I'm hitting a wall when I feel on it psychically. It's just like there's a solid wall there. Yep, it's good to go. This doesn't feel like a solid wall. It feels like, yeah, they did stuff. We know that. When I feel on, did somebody actually change, this number of votes from Trump to Hillary, I get this, like, I don't get a no and I don't get a yes. I get this kind of weird wavy feeling. So we know they did stuff. We know they did. Card of the secrets right here, right on top of them. Secret card, and then the manipulation card beneath. And then look at this. This is interesting to me. So this is a card called balance. But if you look at the card and you really feel on the energy of the card, you're looking at this guy going, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's what maybe this has to do with that wavy feeling that I'm feeling, but it's kind of like, I'm kind of leaning towards they fucked with the numbers. Somehow. Just because these cards, they're pretty clear. I mean, we know that they sowed misinformation. That's showing up right here. That's what these two cards are telling us. We know that they told lies. That's what this card is telling us. A lot of twos here. Or cards that are representative of two. This is representative of two. This is representative of two. This is two. This is two. It's interesting to me. We have a pair of 8s in this spread here. We have a pair of 7s in this spread here. It's just kind of a weird spread. It looks like it's really packed with a lot of stuff. But my short answer at this point is they manipulated a lot of stuff. Do they manipulate numbers? I'm leaning towards yes, but I don't know if it ever gets discovered. I don't know if it ever gets discovered. I got like cookies in my teeth. This is like the worst Q&D ever. I'm like over here eating cookies and not the classiest move. I'm gonna start picking my teeth next. So let me tell you this, because I feel like this is the most important thing, and I've been feeling this. Number one, I keep dreaming about mobs. I keep dreaming, but it's democratic. So I don't know, because every time I dream about these mobs, it's like in my mind, in my dream, I'm going Democrats, and they're fucking pissed. There's so much anger in these dreams, but I'm continuously having them the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm not entirely sure if this is an actual thing, if people are really going to take to the streets and go nuts, or if this is a figurative thing. I don't know what it is. I will say that a long time ago, I want to say probably 2015, I had a dream that there was a long line of people. I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I had a dream there was a long line of people. We were actually on the banks of the Russian River in California, interestingly enough, right? Long line of people, and my sister-in-law was there, and her two kids were there, and she said, whatever you do, make sure the girls don't turn around. And I said, okay. And we were refugees. I said, okay. She said, they don't know it, but the Russians are behind us. And I knew the Russians were coming to get us. So at the time, I just thought it was a weird dream. And now I'm going, oh, shit. And I kind of feel like that with these weird democratic mob dreams. I'm kind of going, there's something here, but I can't quite see what it is. I feel like it's going to be hindsight is 2020 when it comes to that. But it's happening, and I want you guys to be aware that it's happening with me, because I do feel like it's a psychic thing, and I do feel like it's something that I don't even necessarily think that it's a warning, But it's like I see people rising up, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's what we need. But I will tell you this. I'm reading on the collective energy, and this is what I'm feeling is the most important thing to tell you guys right now. It's kind of like the stuff that I read on, I believe it's important, and I of course, always want to read on your guys' suggestions and your ideas. But what I'm feeling right now is, and they, very active, very, very active lately, they. Whether you believe it's external and internal, it's definitely a source of wisdom for me. They're kind of like, that doesn't mean shit. Not that they would say shit, because they don't like it when I cuss. But this stuff that I just read on, it's like, yeah, it's important, but not as important as what's going to happen. So here's what I'm going to give you guys this. I did say December 2017 was going to be cray-cray. It's cray-cray. I believe January, again, yes, you're going to start to see cracks, but before you do, it gets even crazier. Now, listen, it feels to me like a lot of this is hot air, and a lot of it is distraction, and that goes for Americans, but I feel like this is kind of also out there. I'm telling you, I got to read on Theresa May. I have to read on this, because I think she's about to be out on her ass. But I feel like with England, and my apologies to all of my people in the UK. I'm not as up on your politics as I would like to be, because we have so much dumb shit going on in America. It's the same thing with my Canadians, Australians, all of you guys. I'm like, damn it, I really need to get in there. I really want to, and it seems like every time I try to, it's like, oh, Trump just did this, and I have 50 million people messaging me going, we need your help, and I really feel like I'm here to help and soothe fears and do all that kind of stuff. So, but my apologies to you guys. I really hope to be able to read on other shit besides this dumb asshole. But I feel like same thing with British politics. I feel like there's going to be a lot of hot air, but there's not a whole hell of a lot of action. I do think May's out on her ass. Actually, let's read on it. I have to. I got to read on it before I get to this big message, because they got a message. It's like, I think it's a solstice situation here. Okay, show me Theresa May. No, she's out. I even wonder if she resigns. Show me Theresa May. Is Theresa May out? Early, soon, like now. She's not. People are not happy with her. And I don't know if that's the case or not. You guys let me know. Let me know, you guys. But that's what I feel. I feel like people are, well, I haven't even turned over all the cards yet. But look what we got. Boom. She's done. I think she's trying to decide whether she walks or gets pushed, but she's done. Let's see what else we've got here. Interesting. Yeah, there's a man here. There's a man that comes in behind her. I think not yet. But she's really worried. Doesn't look good for her. Brexit, interestingly enough, is showing up as the Page of Cups. This is Brexit. And it's just, ooh, she's very worried about it. She doesn't really know how to go about whatever she's doing. She really doesn't. Oh, there's weird money stuff around her too. She doesn't stay. She does not complete. I don't even know how long her term is. Right now, she doesn't stay. Right now, she's done. I don't know when. I don't know when this comes, but I feel like it's soon. And I keep feeling like the Queen is ill, and nobody knows it. I've been feeling that for a minute. Okay, all right, so there we did that. I had to get that out of my system. Here's what I want to talk to you guys about, which is like they've just been kind of feeding me stuff for the last few days. As far as a lot of American stuff goes, you're going to see this. You're going to see a big friggin' mushroom cloud. You're going to see it. There's nothing really in it just yet. There's nothing. This is kind of like the storm before the calm, in a way. But collectively, I want you guys to be very, very careful about what you're ingesting, who you're talking to, what you're putting out there. I think this whole energy is an offering thing is like a very big deal. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was, to be honest. It was just kind of a thing that came through, and I thought it was neat. And then the more I've been marinating with it the last few days, I'm like, oh no, this is like a big deal. Like, I feel like, honestly, they want me to tell you that right now, oh yeah, I'm feeling this. Wow, am I feeling this? Right now, energy is everything, and everything that your thoughts are energy, and everything that you're putting out there right now, apparently it's very critical. This is what I'm getting. It's very, very critical. I think, and see, I'm feeling on the collective, and I'm getting a lot of fear. And I think what they're telling me to tell you is like that needs to be, oh, they're saying eradicated, but counteracted in a way. Because it just, I think this, especially in America, the tax thing threw a lot of people for a loop. People are very frightened. They're frightened about healthcare. They're frightened about Medicare. They're freaked out that nobody's going to get their due. They're freaked out that Mueller's going to, like, it's all this fear. Again, I think I said this from the get-go that this administration just deals in fear. This is their jam. They're, you sit at the table with these people, all you're going to get is a big helping of fear. That's all you're going to get. So don't go to the table. Like, straight up, don't go to the table. But what they're telling me is this, that in order to bring things into balance, because right now it's really out of balance and it's really over here on the fear side, they're like, tell everybody, tell as many people as you can to not come from that place, to not plug into that stuff, because they're making a lot of it right now. The fear factory is in full effect. Thank you for all that alliteration. But they're basically saying opt out, think positive, and they're telling me that positive action is required. That's what they're telling me right now. Positive action is required. They're saying don't think about it too much. Don't think too much. They're telling me that there's going to be a lot of stuff thrown at a lot of people. It's not just America. They're showing me bigger. They're showing me a lot bigger. Yeah, they're telling me the collective energy is way too full of fear, and it has to be counterbalanced. And, okay, hold on. This is big. Telling me this, that once you find the light, you have to activate the light. That once you find the light within or the light without, you have to activate the light. And they're telling me that in these times, the light requires constant reactivation. So it's sort of like, the candle flame is sputtering because there's a lot of wind blowing. That's basically kind of what they're showing me. So it's like, don't forget to reactivate your light. This is what they're telling me to tell you guys. So I'm giving it to you. Don't forget to reactivate your light. They're telling me that there's a lot of stuff that's going to come. There's a lot of scary stuff. I mean, and again, not just America. There's just some stuff that's coming, and they're basically saying like, everybody hold tight. And they're telling me that more or less this is the worst it's going to get. They're telling me again that this energy that's been set in motion has to play itself out. This is what they're telling me. They're telling me it has to be played out. We're so sorry, but they're also saying like the deal is don't perpetuate it. So allow it to play out. Allow it to do what it's going to do. Don't tap into it. Don't jump in the water. The water is not warm. The water is not fine. The water is not fun. Don't go in that water. It's nasty water. But they're saying if you feed it, that runaway train just keeps going. So do not feed it. Don't feed it. This is your, interesting. So what they're saying is your call to action is actually to step back. The call to action is to step back. The call to action is that's what they're saying, step back. So whatever's going on right now, don't participate in it, because the participation in any kind of way that's not coming from light, from positivity, or even being neutral, any participation just perpetuates that energy. And they're going, look, it's time to stop it. Like it was already set in motion, and if you keep going and you keep feeding it and you keep being afraid and you keep going, oh my God, but what about this? What am I going to do? And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if they so much get it, because even when I deal with them, they're kind of like, there's kind of this lack of practicality, but I get it. I'm afraid about my healthcare. I'm afraid about my taxes. I'm afraid about Medicare. I'm afraid about all this kind of stuff. It freaks me out, but I have to put myself in the place of, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I truly believe we live in a world of co-creation. And as long as you are fully in there going, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it work. It's going to be okay. I think it will. I know maybe that's wishful thinking on Auntie's part, but I've seen it work in my life. I've seen it work in my clients' life. So I think a lot of positive thought, I'm going to be okay. It's all temporary. It's all temporary. It's all temporary. But they're saying, like, don't give into that fear. Don't give into that worry. Right now, they're telling me this. Right now, step back. Because what they're saying is something about the timing. So I don't know if this is solstice stuff or if this is numerology or what this is. Shout out to Alice, by the way. Thank you for all your numerology. It's awesome. I don't know what it is, but they're telling me that something about the timing is really potent right now, and it can either go one way or another. The pendulum can swing one way or another, and they're saying, like, okay, so your job, put a lot of pressure on me, but they're like, your job is to get it to swing the other way, not jump into this, because so many people are so willing to jump into this fear stuff, and they're like, stop it, like, everybody knock it off. Knock it off. They're trying to help us get to a place of what they're telling me is neutrality. They're telling me positivity is important, but they're saying right now neutrality is everything. My word's not theirs. Neutrality is everything is not their word. That's my phrase because I can't quite pick up what they're telling me. Anything else? Okay. So yeah, basically it's like, it's don't feed the darkness, don't feed the fear, don't feed the worry. Don't go there. And they're telling me this, they're saying, listen, you have the capability to alter realities and you guys don't even know it. And it begins with you. This is what they're telling me. I mean, this is some wild shit. I knew this was going to be crazy. But they're saying you have the capability to alter realities. You are blithely unaware of it, willfully unaware of it is what they're telling me. And the time for that stops now. That stops now. They're saying that the eyes of mankind are being opened collectively. And, oh man, the reason that you have all this fear is because humankind doesn't want to take responsibility for their sovereignty. Whoa. What the fuck? Whoa. And what they're showing me is years of conditioning, lots, and especially a lot of religious conditioning. Yeah. So I think that's a huge part of it. And I think people don't want to be, I'm getting a headache, so I'm going to have to stop. But I think people don't want to be responsible for their own actions or for their own realities. And they're telling me, like, that's why they get so freaked out. Like the fear and the responsibility seem to go hand in hand. Is this making any sense? I'm like, guys, I gotta go bake cookies. And they're laughing at me. Luckily, whoever this is amused by me, so that's a plus. But they're saying that the time has come to open yourself up to new possibilities, and they're telling me that you have the ability to create your own realities, and when you don't put yourself in a singular focus, it allows the realities to run amok, and it allows the stronger potentials. I'm just being dictated to right now at this point. But it allows the stronger potentials to come forth. So if the fear is the strongest thing, that's going to come forth. But they're saying that you guys, okay, must be your Christmas present, y'all. People that are quote unquote woke, my words, not theirs. You are being given the gift of knowing that you're in charge of your own reality and starting to create for yourselves and starting to create a better reality. I know this sounds like woo-woo horse shit in a way, but it's real. It's real stuff. They're saying that they want you to recognize the gift that's being given to you, that's been given to you, that you've had all along. I mean, this is very much like Ruby Slippers stuff here. You are creators. Yeah. Well, that's my cue, y'all. I'm out of here. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, even though it's over. Happy everything. Thank you for everything. All my love to you guys.